we've built the tire machine, the porta pot, the brake lathe, and the file cabinet. And the last one we have is the urinal. These are all from Model Roundup. They're going to be used on our 1980 Speed Shop diorama. And they're fun to build. They only take about an hour a piece to build. They're resin kits, so they're not plastic models. They're resin kits. And, you know, just how you paint them up. So check them out. Go to modelroundup.com.
You can find links to all the products that you see in this video, and as an Amazon associate, I earn from qualifying purchases.
We've already built a couple of these kits, so we reached out to Model Roundup. We ordered some kits for our 1980 Speed Shop. So far we've built this, which is the file cabinet. We put this together, resin kit. We put together a tire mounting machine, which goes along with our tire balancing machine. And we've put together a brake, basically turn machine for rotors. So we've put these together. Now, one thing different with these than our regular kits are, because they are resin, they need to use super glue, which we've gotten. You can get tubes and tubes of this for like, I got like 10 tubes for $1. They're about 10 cents, 15 cents a piece at the Dollar Tree. And you can get these SE Limited. I guess they have a website here, www.seltd.net. We got ours from Model Roundup. So we have two left. We've got a urinal, and I think it comes with a sink. It looks like a sink too. It's got a sink and a mirror and a urinal. So plumbing fixtures, instructional sheet. I don't know if this is just a urinal or if it's a urinal with a sink. We'll figure it out. But we need this for the men's room. And then we have this one, which is the porta potty. These are the only two left. So we bought this one. We bought the 5 of these kits together. But we got this porta potty as well. I thought it would be fun to put outside, since we're going to have an outside lift. And this would be fun to put outside because we're going to have the whole diorama of the Speed Shop. So I'm going to open these up here. Excuse me. And so the porta potty here, let's see what it's got. It has not a lot of instructions. There's not a lot of parts here. We've got 1 wall, 2 wall, 3 wall, and the wall with the door. And then we have the roof right here. They have the base on skids. And then this piece is... where does this piece go? Let's see. So this piece... Okay, so this must go up here. And then we build it with all the walls, and then we put the top on. So there we go. That's it. Pretty fun. So we're going to put this together first, and then when we're done this, we'll put the urinal together in this video. But see all this flashing on here? So that has to come off. We got a lot of flashing on here to trim off. Flashing on resin kits, especially like 3D resin kits, it's easy to get off. You can use, like I am right here, you can either do it with a piece of sandpaper, like we can do it here with sandpaper, and it takes it right off. Or you can use a razor blade. Either way, whatever works. This is 150 grit sandpaper, so it'll take it right off. You don't want to sand too much because this stuff is kind of soft, so you want to make sure you're not like sanding too many sharp edges or anything. But the rough edging from sandpaper will also help with the glue, so we'll just All 4 sides there. All 4 sides here. All 4 sides here. Like I said, you can use a razor knife too. Either way, whatever works for you, whatever you feel good about. 150 sandpaper takes off flashing, makes sure that everything is nice and I don't know, clean. Clean, maybe, I guess is the best way to say it. And here's the last piece here. Last wall. Now it says the best way to paint these are paint them before you put it together. That's not going to work on this case, and we really don't need to on this one. One thing you do have to do though is you have to clean off all the oils and stuff, the agents that are on this from the mold release. Now you can do each piece beforehand, but because I'm not going to paint this beforehand, we're going to primer this afterwards, but I'm going to build it first. Then I'll dip it in True Green or some, I don't know, True Green or Dawn liquid detergent you can use because it gets oils off. Dry it, and then once it's dry, then primer it. And then once it's primered, we'll paint it. I'm sure I think I have, according to the pictures that you see of all these things, and we've all seen porta pots, they come in white and blue and green and yellow and everything. I haven't figured out which color I'm going to make this one. Maybe blue, but maybe green. Who knows? So I don't know many porta pots that are green for all you guys that are into the environment. Can't make them brown. They're going to be brown enough on the inside, but I never saw a porta pot in 1/24th scale before. And so when I saw this on the website, I was like, yeah, I got to get this. This is just too fun not to have one. Know what I mean? Sometimes you see something and you're like, oh yeah, that's goofy. We can figure that out. This is to get this added to our speed shop. It's a 1980s speed shop, and bathrooms and stuff like that. This would be great to be outside for the mechanics or whatever, so we will definitely find a place for this. The nice thing with painting this is you don't have to worry about trying to make it look metallic, because as we all know, porta pots are plastic, the real ones. So we don't need to worry about making this look anything but the plastic that a real porta pot is, right? Okay, so that's our pieces. Let me get this side. Okay. So we have this and we have this. So best off is coming up with a way to make sure that these are, well, let's see, this is going to be the front door. So I do definitely need to make sure that this is clean all the way across. It's going to need that whole edge, so make sure that's clean, make sure that's clean, make sure this is clean. Oh, let's test. Let's see here. So we're going to test fit. So we know this is on the side. Let's see so the bottom is the X. So the bottom will be the X there. And then, so what we can do is this. We can use this piece here. It has the arrow. Let's see, there's also supposed to be an arrow on here somewhere. Do I see it? Yep, okay, so there's an arrow. So this is the front. Right there is the front. And so this is the front. So this is how this sits. So it's going to sit like this. So basically, we will make, and this is why you want to have a board like this. This is a board that has a lot of where we can line stuff up using the grid on here. So we can just basically put this together. We're going to glue this there and there. So we can glue this together. Then we'll glue all these sides together. We're going to use just the top piece, but we can square it off right there like that. So we'll use the glue, we'll square that one off, then we'll put the next one on, we'll square that one off, and that will allow us to do what we need to do. So see this, the lines on here, so we're going to use these lines, and all we're going to do is take a little bit of super glue. Not going to run it all the way down to the front because I don't want to glue it to the base here. And we've got this is going to go here, and then this will go here, and we'll just hold it together for about 30 seconds. Just let it sit like that, and we'll just put the rest together. We'll put the other walls on and the door. Make sure the X is at the bottom, and then we'll put the roof on. So there we go. Pretty simple. When I come back, it'll be together. So where we're at right now is I've got the three sides and this roof piece there, okay? So then I can turn this up on its roof like so, and I can put this there. Notice it has the arrow there, the arrow there. So we will put the bottom on. I am going to actually coat the inside with Mod Podge to help make sure everything is glued together and stays together, but we're going to do that in a little bit. So let me glue that on, and then we'll glue the front piece on, which will go upside down with the roof. All right, so everything is now super glued together. We're going to let that dry for a little bit. And then I'm going to take my Mod Podge over here, Mod Podge, and go up and down the seams real fast. But you can tell it's on its skid. It's got its roof. There's the front with the door. And next is painting it. So that didn't take that long. We're talking maybe about 4 minutes. This is the outhouse, and that is the resin. So what we're going to do instead of resin, we're going to use this primer, Rust-Oleum primer right here. And we'll go ahead and spray this with primer, and then we'll figure out what color blue we're going to do it. Oh, by the way, this is a clean metal primer. Don't know why I'm using it on plastic, but hey, you know what? It works. It's primer. That's Daisy over there. Right, there's Daisy. She's barking for her friends to come out next door. There's some Rottweilers that live out there. All right, we'll be back when we paint this. All right, guys, we're going to use Ford Blue to spray paint our outhouse, and then we'll repaint the roof white here in a bit.
All right, we'll come back and tape it off and paint the roof white. All right, guys, so we just spray painted, just taped off the rest of the thing, and then just spray painted the top white. So that should be dry shortly. There is the signs. They're on the instructions, so we'll just cut those signs out here, and once all the paint's dry, we'll go ahead and put these on, and we're going to use Mod Podge, and we'll put them on, and they'll look just like the sign that's here, that's paper. So that's what we'll do. Finished product, we put the signs on there. As you can see, when we use the Mod Podge, it dries clear, so the signs are on there. We got the white painted roof. It's painted Ford blue. And I think that's really all the detail we need to do, because these things are not really detailed, actually. You know, when the real ones, they just kind of sit there. So we're going to let that one be done. The only thing we could do is the dial that's over here. I can detail that maybe with the green and the blue. But other than that, that's it. Sorry. So anyway, this is our porta pot. There's our porta john right there. And it's nice and glossy because the real ones are glossy plastic. So the only thing left to do next is, from Model Roundup, is to do this urinal. So this is what we'll be finishing up today, is the urinal. All these are for our speed shop.